Hello, everybody, and welcome to the last episode of My Dress Up Darling, Season 2, Episode 12. I want to take a moment to idolize one of the best, if not the best, one of the best gals that ever lived in the world of anime, Marin and Gojou. Now, everyone has her as best girl. Everyone has her best girl of all time. Me personally is Hinata Hyuga, no question about it. And Marin Gojou is not only one of the best gals of this generation, and then I said this generation, I'm gonna talk about overall. Marin Gojou has opened up a lot of hearts in the show. I got the figure and I got the Funkin' Android. That's all I'm gonna get out of her. Because I got mostly Hinata, that's gonna do. But my point is, My Dress Up Darling has been really great to a point that we are gonna miss this show. We're gonna miss this show just like we did in season 1. And look, where's my money? Look, I ain't even betting $100 that we're gonna get another season because it's My Dress Up Darling. It's gonna get another season. Now, speaking of another season, didn't I told you guys that we're gonna get another season of Rent a Girlfriend? Before I cover My Dress Up Darling Season 2, I just want to make sure I've told you this. And I should do a YouTube short when I say this. I told you, I told you, I told you, I told all my friends. I say it around in anime conventions, and I'll say it again. This is why Rent a Girlfriend is one of the greatest rom-coms to ever live. I mean, we're getting another season of Rent a Girlfriend next year. And it's not even a 2-year hiatus. We're getting another season of Rent a Girlfriend. And it's a continuation to the Hawaii arc. Then I told you what's gonna happen. And I bet it $100. This is why I like betting shit like this. Because if people like you guys don't believe me when I say Rent a Girlfriend is better than Fruits Basket. If people like you that say Rent a Girlfriend, look, I've been saying it again. Rent a Girlfriend is better than Fruits Basket. Rent a Girlfriend is better than My Dress Up Darling. Rent a Girlfriend is better than Orange High School Host Club and all the other rom-coms you know and love. It's the GOAT. Now, but I digress from my point. Anyway, we are gonna miss My Dress Up Darling for the good reasons. The good reasons. Not once have we looked at My Dress Up Darling season and said, oh, this show is bad. Now, as not a fan of My Dress Up Darling, can we all agree that My Dress Up Darling is top 5, in the top 5 greatest rom-coms of all time? Me personally, I got this at number 4. But we're gonna miss My Dress Up Darling for the good reasons, especially the excellent reasons. Yeah, fan service shots, the cosplaying, but My Dress Up Darling is showing the development of Marin Gojou and Gojou. And not only that, this show, we learn so much about each character's backstory as to why they love cosplay. And that's what My Dress Up Darling is all about. It's not just about the relationship that Gojou and Marin have for each other in the developmental stage, but it showed us what cosplay brings people together. Good or bad, but cosplay will bring so much out of your system to a point like you want to cosplay even more. But now that we're in this segment, let's get right to it. Let's talk about My Dress Up Darling Season 2, Episode 12. Ba-ba-ba-da! Okay, so first off, Marin Gojou. She, ever since Season 1, she has been a step-up gal. Now, she's my second favorite gal out of all the gals in anime. Me, my favorite is the Hokage gals. But that's a different topic in another way. But Marin Gojou has been so good in her life to a point that she shows signs of development love for Gojou, and that's been like that since season 1. Now, Marin's biggest weakness is this: can she confess to Gojou? That's her thing. Her big contribution to this season is a confession to Gojou. Ideally, that's not ideally, But now this is the stage of the group. This is a horror group cosplay thing they're doing, and Marin Gojou is getting ready for makeup. Gojou came to her house, literally lift up her chin, and you can see that oozing vibe that Marin is ready. Because remember, Marin was gonna say, "I love you, Gojou." She was going to say that. But I know that we're not gonna get that. It takes time. Remember, when it comes to rom-coms, you have to be patient. Am I right, y'all? Wink, wink. Wink, wink. But okay. So it's the day of the cosplay event, and everyone seems excited. Everybody is excited for this cosplay event, especially Akira. Now, Akira is good with props, but why does she hate Marin Kitagawa? Why she ticks her off? Like, why you hate Marin Kitagawa? What did she do? But I'm gonna put that on the side and just focus on Juju. Now, we all know that, you know, Juju's the big cosplayer and his big sister, big slash little sister. And I said big slash little sister because this her big sister. Now, anyway, going back to what I'm saying, where was I? Oh yeah, the horror thing. Now remember, this is a horror cosplay group, and Juju's not a fan of horror. That's why she loves magical girls than horror. I mean, I get it. Not everybody like horror animes. Not everybody like horror movies and shows. I mean, not really. I mean, not everybody's into that vibe. I mean, most people prefer magical girl animes than horror, and I've seen that a lot. But and I do like them in their nun outfits. It is so good. Everyone in their dark mascara, the lips, the wigs on. Everybody got in that phase of the whole praying thing. And they had to use, I like how they had to use pillows to balance them on that height level, because, you know, they all high, tall, and short. But them using this pillows to balance them together as they praying was good. That's the first scene. Now the next photo I had to take was the blood scene. The bloody scene. And once Gojou popped that bucket in, you saw all that blood. And that's just giving Juju some flashbacks of the soup. Because the blood represents the soup. And I like how she's trying to hide the fact that she loves horror, but she's just doing this for her sister's sake. I mean, her little sister loves horror games like this to a point where she wants to do it. I mean, she had no choice. Luckily, she passed out. But still, I give her props for doing this for her sister's sake. She don't want to upset her little sister, and that's what I like about her. You know, this is the definition of a good sibling. Definition of a good big brother little sister vibe. I mean, good big brother big sister vibe. Because as a big brother myself, I help my little brothers a lot. So seeing Juju helping out a little sister for this cosplay event, you know, it just wanted to make her happy. And I do applaud her that. I mean, there are a lot of big brothers in anime that we respect. Shishomaru, Byakuya Akusuki, Edward Elric. You know, those kind of big brothers. Big sisters, the girl from Kill la Kill. You see, representatives. Oh, and matter of fact, the big sister from My Tiny Senpai. Which reminds me, I really gotta cover that because I did finish My Tiny Senpai. But still, she did it for her sister, and plus she passed out. So that's kind of like a win-win for all of us. At least she got it out the way. Now, Akira. Last week was one of the most disappointing moments of this season. Not disappointing in a bad way. I'm talking about disappointing for Akira's sake. Her in the backstory. I mean, having a parents getting rid of all your joy for anime merch. Can you imagine if they see you with Nindroids like this and they throw it away? You know what it's like to have someone take something so precious and they threw it? Dude, that's messed up. That is messed up. I'm telling you. And I feel so bad. So ever since Akira met Marin Kitagawa, there's always been like, what ticks her off? Like, what ticks her off? Like, why are you so mad at Kitagawa? And then we find out this has been one big misunderstanding. You know, and you know, I'll be honest with you guys, I could have seen this coming. I forgot. Because this is a rom-com. Rom-coms always have misunderstandings. I should have known that. But here's the big understanding. It's not because she doesn't like Kitagawa. It's just that it's a reminiscent of season 1, calling her a princess. It's a reminiscent of season 1. So she had a photo of Marin Kitagawa dressed up as one of her favorite characters from a show. So much so her heart is just filled with love, like a fan of Kitagawa. And when she let out her fandom, her fangasm over Kitagawa, she was like, I love you! You know, she went all fangasm. That right there is a definition of a fan. That is a true definition of a fan. That's why all the time she was just pouting like this. You know, but again, true definition of that right there is a true definition of what a fan does. The moment they see that person, they go crazy. Trust me, I know. We have been there before. So we all been in her shoes before, where we all freak out of seeing our favorite cosplayer, favorite celebrity actor, you name it. That's what we always been like that. But yeah, she finally let the cat out of the bag, letting her that she's a true fan of Marin Kitagawa's work, her cosplay work and all that stuff. So yeah, props for that. Now, as everybody went home, starting a new chapter in their lives and cosplay and all that stuff, Marin and Gojou all by themselves. Now, this was the moment that Marin had a little shot of the bullet saying, I love Gojou. I love you, Gojou, or something like that. She had the bullet to do it. Now, it was sweet, and this is I like this. This part was sweet. When Marin was showing reminiscent of Gojou from season 1 up to now, it was so sweet to remember Gojou as a great person. I don't hate Gojou. I want to make this perfectly clear. I don't hate Gojou. I don't hate him. Yeah, he may be a little nervous at times, like Kaze for Rent a Girlfriend. But, you know, Gojou has always been there for Marin Kitagawa. Has always stepped up to the plate when Marin's in trouble. And that scene where Kitagawa looking at Gojou, remembering all the times, especially when he smiles, it's just reminiscent of just how sweet he is, you know? And for Marin to just let's take a photo together. So, and it's crazy because this is their first selfie together. If you look back at all the episodes, there's not one time they had a selfie. The only closest to a selfie they almost had was when after the festival, Gojou got some friends and he got a picture with them. But again, kind of taken away. But again, this is their first selfie together. And they both smiled at it. It was great to see. It was a beautiful thing. Beautiful, beautiful moment. I gotta give props for Cloverworks. I gotta give props for them for making a season 2 of Marin Kitagawa, My Dress Up Darling, and the animation, all that stuff. You gotta give them props for us getting a season 2. It's better than the first season. If I had to pick which season's better, I'll take season 2. But still, My Dress Up Darling never disappoint us, to showing us just how love and great and talented cosplay really is. And like I said throughout this whole thing, doesn't matter what gender you are or what age, cosplay is fun. Cosplay is fun and be part of it, what you are. Now, here's the thing. I bet, and I already betted money that I Rent a Girlfriend coming back. How much you guys want to bet? My Dress Up Darling is getting a 3rd season. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts. This show is gonna get a 3rd season. Look, if this show gets a 3rd season, it's gonna be outright better than Kaguya-sama Love is War. And we're still waiting for another season of that. But still, a show like this deserves a 3rd season. So for all you guys out there who watch my video and put a like on this video if you want My Dress Up Darling to get a third season. But I give this, and I've got to cover this. Rent a Girlfriend, the Hawaii arc, that's a 10 out of 10. This right here, I give it a 9.5. I give this season 2 a 9.5 because this is their first selfie and there's more road to come. Trust me when I say this, I'm trying to take it on a down low here because I don't want to express I'm only going for my anime vibe. Just my from a manga perspective, you already ready. But thank you for watching my last review of My Dress Up Darling. I look forward for other shows to talk about in the fall. There's a lot of shows to be talking about in the fall. I got to think about what shows I want to cover in the fall, but we'll see. So, thank you for watching my review of My Dress Up Darling Season 2. And like I said, put a like on it if you agree that My Dress Up Darling needs a Season 3. Thank you for watching.